Did you know that the average Costco trip costs about $100 to $150? But what you don't know is that people often go 4 to 5 times a month. If you're trying to eat healthy and stick to a budget, that big red warehouse might either be your best friend or your worst financial enemy. Look, we've all been there. We go in there thinking we're only going to get a couple of things, and then we walk out with a $300 grocery receipt that's very long. So the real question is, how do you buy in bulk wisely while saving hundreds of dollars a year without overspending and only buying what you actually need? First, I want to give a huge shout out to everyone that has grabbed my Notion template from part 1 of my meal prep master plan series. I see you, and I am so excited for you to continue this journey with me. This episode is going to be part 2 of the meal prep master plan series. It's a 4-part series where I'm showing you how I plan and stay consistent for my everyday goals. The planning was that last episode, so now in this episode, we start to talk about shopping a little smarter. If you missed part 1, we learned how to plan a new month, so now we're going to learn how to go ahead and stick to that budget. If you're new here and you want to follow along on this challenge, you're going to need one tool to help you stay consistent and take some notes. I'm giving away my simplified Notion template for free, the same template that I use to do my everyday grocery shopping. You can find the link to that in the description below. It's going to include the kitchen audit and the meal budget that we're going to be using in the video today. Don't forget, grab your free copy in the description below. Now, we're going to go ahead and break down my strategic Costco haul. It's going to follow 3 simple rules that help me keep my costs down while I'm shopping and helps me prep some nice tasty meals. And I want to remind you that every item on this list not only is just to save money, but it's also to prevent waste. Let's go ahead and start with our non-perishable carbs and our convenience items. These are basically the items that simplify our weekly routine. Also, I want to play a quick game during this video. I want to see if you notice a trend in the ingredients that I choose from Costco. So I hope you're paying attention. The first thing I like to get is Dave's Killer Bread. I usually get white, but they also have a multi-grain. The best hack is once you get home, since it does come with 2 packs, I like to put one in the freezer and then you can put one in your pantry. This is a simple trick so you can guarantee that it stays fresh, but you also save it for when you need it the next time. If you keep it in your pantry, it's going to go to waste, so keeping it in the freezer preserves the bread. A snack item that I frequently buy is Uncrustables peanut butter and jelly. I believe they have the flavor grape and strawberry, but I like to get grape. I grab these specifically as emergency meals. If I am unexpectedly leaving the house or I need a quick snack, I like to grab one of these. Honestly, this is my budget safety net. Once I found that they had Uncrustables, it was kind of like childhood memories. It has about 9 to 10 grams of protein depending on the flavor that you choose, so it's the perfect snack to have on the go. Previously, I used to get jasmine rice, but now I'm actually going to be getting sticky rice. It's actually a 12-count container. This is very convenient and it's going to save me a lot of time, but also it's helping me be a little bit more carb conscious. It's already pre-portioned, pre-cooked, so it really makes meal prep a lot easier for me and portioning out my food a lot easier as well. This is also good if you like to prep in bulk. So what I'll be doing is maybe prepping some shredded chicken. Since the rice is already pre-made, this is a perfect easy lunch option. And finally, I like to get Kirkland's organic almond milk. This is a multi-pack and it's a huge save because you can definitely keep it in your pantry. Once you open it, it doesn't go bad for 10 days. So you have about 12 packs of milk in your pantry. That's going to last you a very long time. They're long-lasting, non-perishable, great for smoothies, even great for coffee as well. It's a huge budget win because buying smaller containers of milk just wastes more money. You might as well buy it in bulk, especially if you're going to be drinking protein shakes daily. Now, let's go ahead and move on to foundational cooking and essential fats. This is where we talk about our quality and the flavor of our meals. A standard in my house is avocado oil. It's a healthy fat. It has a high smoke point. It has a great flavor. It's a neutral oil. It's perfect for meal prep, so I like to buy this in bulk as well. I used to actually buy the spray cans, but what you can do is just buy the spray can from Amazon and then still buy the oil in bulk. That way you can just refill the oil. Another huge save. I also like to stock up on Kettle and Fire bone broth. A 6-count at Costco is a huge save compared to buying bone broth individually. I like to use the bone broth instead of water, especially when making any type of soups like chili, pumpkin, tomato soup. It adds a protein, but it also adds additional flavors to my meals. And when we talk about spices, if you've ever watched any meal prep video on my page, I love Kinder's seasoning. Ever since I walked into Costco for the first time and saw Kinder's, I was like, yeah, this is very convenient. Their flavors are great. So here are the 4 Kinder seasonings that I love to stock up on. My favorite is the blend, which is salt, pepper, and garlic. They also have buttery steakhouse that is great for just adding extra flavor to your caramelized onions. They have a garlic and herb, which I like to put on bread or on top of my veggies for a nice flavor. Ferro Cairo! Oh my gosh, guys. And then one I don't talk about often is their lemon pepper. I like to use this on my steak. Don't knock it until you try it. But before any Costco trip, I usually check my kitchen audit to see if I need anything like spices. But like I said, I buy my Kinder seasonings in bulk. So yes, my spices do last a while. I typically have to buy a new set of seasonings every other month. While tricky, the last thing that I like to buy is avocados. The pack at Costco comes with 8, and what I like to do is leave them out as soon as you get them, let them get ripe, and then as soon as they get ripe, just go ahead and put them in the fridge. That should keep them good for the week. Usually when I buy avocados, I usually use them that week, or I wait till they get ripe and then I make a nice sauce that's gonna last for the following week. But avocados are a nice healthy fat, so of course I buy them in bulk. The final section is our dairy and our grab and go supplements. You already know in the house you have to have Greek yogurt, and I like to get Kirkland's non-fat Greek yogurt. I buy the very large tub, and I like to use it for sauces, cooking in my food, as desserts. It's so versatile. Typically, I only buy 1, but if I know I'm going to be making recipes, I buy 2 to 3 at a time because Greek yogurt can go faster than you think. But this item goes straight in the kitchen audit section because I typically always run out of this. So it's definitely something that's always in my kitchen. I get Chobani, that's their yogurt drink. I categorize this as a budget safety net only because my Chobani yogurt drinks, they're easy grab and go options. They're easy for lunch. It's just one of those things that 30 grams of protein in a quick drink you just cannot beat. The bulk price per bottle is definitely cheaper than buying it in the store individually, so of course I buy that in bulk. But the strategy is pretty simple, y'all, and I hope you peeped what the trend is. A lot of the ingredients that I have include protein. The bone broth, the Greek yogurt, the Dave's toast. All those items at Costco are high in protein. Buy high volume. Buy foods that are freezer friendly. Avoid being impulsive in the store. Be sure to check your Notion template. Make that a daily reoccurring habit. Go ahead and pull out your meal budget tracker and go ahead and estimate for your next grocery trip. Write down what you have, check your kitchen audit, make sure everything is squared away before you start shopping. Building these little habits is how we build consistency, and consistency is how we build discipline. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me for part 2. You've got the plan, you've got the shopping list. Now all you need is to get the ingredients. If you haven't done it yet, go ahead and see the description so you can go ahead and grab your Notion template. And next week in part 3, we're actually going to be talking about the best protein sources for your meal prep, the most affordable and the most filling. We're diving deeper than just chicken, and this is also going to be Costco friendly, so you don't want to miss the next episode. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe with notifications so you don't miss when I drop part 3. And if you like this video, maybe you should go ahead and give it a like. But I'll see you guys in the next one.